guys, welcome to my channel. So what was going to be just a 10-minute video became months of me learning about this entire world. This is my journey with SL modeling. Strike the pose. So why SL modeling? Well, I had this idea for this series for quite a while where I would get out of my comfort zone, get off the platform, and say yes to something new and unusual for me. I never actually went through with it because I felt like my computer wasn't up to standard. Then one day my friend Apple nudged me into making some silly dance videos like the old times, and I realized I don't have to have the best graphics to get my point across. I could still film and be passionate about SL. So later on, after I had gotten back into videos, I was just doing a few things casually here and there, and I still wasn't ready to tackle this big project until one day my friend Winter posted a link suggesting for bloggers and stylish people to try out this modeling event called FashionCon. I didn't know what it was, but I said, you know what, I've got to give this a shot, and he was so encouraging too. At my age in SL, it's hard to find something that I hadn't tried before, and modeling was something new for me. Sure, I'd been in some ads and videos here and there, but I'd never done a walk down the runway type of modeling, and my friends here had been doing it for years. At first, I used to be a little intimidated by them. I knew they were all very tall, first of all. I may be tall compared to some of my friends, but I remembered seeing some models around the grid and they were like 9 feet tall. But one thing I will clarify before this story is that they really don't care if you're small or not or how you look. It's not as big of a deal as I thought it would be. So back to the story. I clicked Winter's link and had a look at what I'm supposed to do, and the theme for this event was something called
In 20 competition, we have asked to style an outfit inspired by Kataka.
Kataka? I'm sure I'm still not pronouncing that right, but anyways, I decided to research it as the instructions said to. I looked it up and it seems to be a very elaborate, detailed style. There were some things a little more themed in nature, and not all of the looks, by the way, just some of them. And it's still really hard to explain the style. I don't fully understand it, but I decided to go with something that would combine the land and the sea, since I kind of do the mermaid thing and I also do a lot of landscaping. So I wanted my outfit to represent me. There were times when I was shopping that I'd wish some creators would have modify on their products. Like, I'd wanted the sleeves from a shirt that weren't really attached to it, and I just kept thinking, wow, if I could just make the shirt transparent and keep only the sleeves, that would be perfect. I had even asked somebody if they could change it, but of course I didn't expect them to have time for that, so no luck there. I did eventually find some pieces that were separate and easy to put together. It was just an unexpected thing, as I was putting together something so specific. Even knowing the best stores sometimes isn't enough. Like, the perfect piece for an outfit may not be as perfect as you thought. For my outfit, I ended up putting on my favorite fish scales from CFM and a mermaid shell top from Cerberus Crossing. But for the land parts, I had flowers in my hair and antlers like a forest creature. I think looking back on that and maybe mixing two entirely different themes made it over the top, but I think I did pretty okay. So when I got there at the rehearsal, I realized how serious they do take this. They have great organizational skills. I mean, I can barely manage a small venue, let alone getting 5 or more people in a cell to do something at the same time. Although I should add, my people are great these days. Maybe some of those skills rubbed off on me. Or I just got really lucky. I honestly expected a lot more flexy. Everyone was a lot more well-dressed than I thought they would be. I was lining up and chatting with one of the girls, and I realized I would have to be at the end of the line because of my Z name. Which was great, because while I was in line, I had the extra time to look around, and I noticed people were using static poses that I'd not really seen before. I was like, oh my god, I was just going to use my AO and stand there. People were kind of standing there with their arms out awkwardly, and I'm like, what is going on? So after seeing that, I had a little bit of extra time to pull some static poses into my AO so I could at least try to blend in. But yeah, I was really impressed with the fact they had everything timed. There was like a countdown, and then they said your name, and they said 3, 2, 1, go. And the girls were messaging me. They were so kind in helping me through it. Especially this girl, Jeannie, who before this day I'd never met, but she was telling me when to turn and stop and guiding me step by step through the entire thing. You can kind of see it here on the screen. As a new person, this really meant a lot to me. She really didn't have to go out of her way like that. One funny thing I realized while I was doing the practice walk, on my way back, I started to walk when they called my name, instead of waiting for the 3, 2, 1, go. I'm halfway back already and I stop and I say, oops. I was going to say sorry, and then I realized I would have been better if I had just kept walking, because everyone can see me stop while I'm typing that. So it's probably better if you make a mistake on your timing to pretend it never happened and just go on. But yeah, I survived, and I made it backstage, and we gathered together to prepare for the next day. So here's the next day.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's begin. Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen. It is our pleasure to welcome you today to the September Challenge in the Fashion Icon competition. The Fashion Icon competition is a new event by Mrs. L organization to answer the many requests for a competition focusing on styling skills. The monthly challenges are open for everyone to join, men and women, boys and girls, without any obligation to join the other challenges. In each of the monthly challenges, the top 3 scored models qualify automatically for the Fashion Icon 2020 competition. The top scored model assumes the title of the Fashion Icon of the month. Though there are no obligations in the Fashion Icon challenges and competition whatsoever, the top scored models from one month can join the challenges of every other month they would like to participate in without losing their previously achieved qualification for the Fashion Icon competition 2020. If one or more of the top 3 scored models from one month challenge were scored in the top 3 of a previous month challenge already, the 4th scored model achieves the qualification for the Fashion Icon 2020 competition instead. The same procedure applies if one of the monthly top 3 scored models decides not to join the Fashion Icon 2020 competition.
I really loved watching them all walk on the stage, and now their awkward poses made sense to me. They were posing to fit with their outfits. I thought that was pretty cool. This is where everything changed for me. It went from me wanting to do it as a one-time thing to me actually being involved in seeing it through. I looked around at everyone's outfits, and I realized this is so much more than I thought it was. I had expected, not to be rude, because this whole series is about positivity, and it is about exploring great things about new people and becoming a part of their world without judgment. But I had expected a lot more narcissism, and the bad kind of self-love, and divas, and 9-foot-tall people in flexies. And what I found was people who had a very serious passion for fashion. There were things people were wearing from stores I had never even heard of. I'm like, how did you find this? How did you find this crazy thing? I've never seen anything like this. I was messing around trying to modify things from the few stores that I knew, and they had all these weird, crazy accessories I didn't even know about. I know some great stores. Of course I do. I know some of the best. But I'll be honest, I've been an oversized sweater and yoga pants kind of girl for the past few years. When I'm landscaping, I won't even look at myself for days at a time. I'm zoomed out so far I could care less about what I'm wearing. And on days I want to feel pretty, I just throw on a fishtail. But yeah, I was looking around, and I was so impressed by everyone's looks. I loved that they had such unique things. No one really turned up looking similar at all. So there I was at the end of the line, and I had to follow all of these amazing looks. So another funny thing about the show is, I had no idea they were going to read what I said out loud. When you submit your outfit, you have to do a little blurb about what inspired you, and I should have caught on to that, because I had to write it in third person, but I'd never actually seen these shows before, so that was a really funny surprise. I think if I had known that, I would have chose my words a little more carefully.
She decided to go for the combination of sea and land that reflects her own pastime in Second Life, building a dream world. Her favorite inspirations in the cottager styling were obviously the more complex ones that involved nature. Siekel is wearing a top, headpiece, piercing, earrings, choker and shoes, all by Cerberus Singh. She adds a skirt by Enfant Terrible, a shrug by Valentina E, shoulder pads by Join by Roan, rings by Yumi, hair combs by Mia Mai, a head accessory by Lode, and body scales completing her ensemble.
After everyone has their turn alone on the stage, we all go out at the same time. Since I'm last, I have to come back around to the end of the line again, and then on stage again.
The winner, the fashion icon September 2019, is Ella Pavlovna. Pavlona with 82 points. And since Miso is a finalist for the Fesh Icon 2020 already, due to her win in the June 18 challenge, Siekel, who scored 4th highest with 67 points, is also a finalist for the Fesh Icon 2020 competition.
So the results were in, and it was about as I expected. But one thing I hadn't expected was there was some kind of rule, since the top 3 girls already qualified to be a finalist, that I would also qualify since I got 4th place. I was like, wow, I got 4th place? I was not expecting that because I was such a noob compared to them. Okay, so I guess I'm a finalist now, so I'm probably gonna come back. In the end, I really enjoyed my experience here. It was a positive thing that I had to look forward to doing every month. The more I saw other people work so hard, it just made me want a creative outlet like that. I did continue this journey for many months, and there will be many more episodes to come, as well as interviews with the people involved here, and me converting other first-timers, and then some other competitions and shows that I've been involved with. The majority of the people I've come across had no idea I was filming this series. So I'd like to thank you so much for being so understanding when I finally broke the news. I just wanted my experience to be completely genuine. I wanted to experience loss if I was meant to lose, and rudeness if that's how it was going to be too. This story had to be real for me. I'm an outsider, and you don't just win your first day. This isn't a movie. Well, I guess it's some sort of movie. Maybe a series. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more of this series, by the way. Subscribing will help a lot because I'm still trying to get 100 subscribers for a custom URL on YouTube. If you are interested in me and what I do besides making videos, please feel free to visit my sim called The Bay. I'll put a URL in the description. We are an adults only sim, however, it's not a hookup spot. There are so many things to do here. We do have group membership for temporary res rights, however, exploration is free at this time for all adult avatars. You can also help support me in the sim by shopping at Cerberus Crossing. This isn't really a sponsorship, he has no idea I put this in here. I will also be including links to the Miss SL organization if you too would like to learn more about what they do. Say I'm going to become a model, I should be 7 or 8 feet tall because that is what they do. Just like if I were to explore the furry world, I would get a furry avatar or something like that, which that will be another episode. Like, let's not peek too far into other things. I am so glad, first of all, that I didn't show up to rehearsal in my outfit. Oh god, I just rhymed, help me. So later, after I had gone back to Plurk, my friend got back to me and he said something that I thought was really funny, that they were talking about this short girl, and it had turned out to be me.